The next generation of consoles seems to have been around the corner for the last couple of years, since the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One came along, but this year things have stepped up massively. First of all, Google came out and announced Stadia, and now Sony have decided to do something similar with the announcement of the existence of its next generation console, presumably the PS5. The lead system architect of the PS4 and Vita, Mark Cerny, gave an exclusive interview with Wired. Here he announced a whole host of tech specs and showed off just what this meant for players in the next generation. From what we know so far, the system will have a bespoke 8-core AMD chipset based on the 3rd generation architecture. With the GPU taking parts from the Radeon Navi family, there will also be 3D audio, 8K support and a new solid-state hard drive, which is arguably the most exciting thing we've seen so far. During the interview, Mark booted up Marvel's Spider-Man on a PlayStation 4 Pro, and he used the fast travel feature. Between pressing the button and Spidey reappearing in another part of Manhattan, 15 seconds had elapsed. He then booted up a dev kit for the next generation console in its low speed mode and did exactly the same thing. This time it took 0.8 seconds. This isn't the only way an SSD will help. Even rendering worlds will be sped up. Using the same example with Spider-Man, Cerny explained that the camera can only move as fast as Spidey due to the limitations of how fast the world can render, and so move the camera up a building in Manhattan at this speed. Using the new equipment, he managed to show the same thing with the camera travelling at the speed of a fighter jet. Pausing at times, this world was shown to be perfectly rendered. In terms of other features Cerny talked about, he also mentioned full PS4 backwards compatibility as well as support for the current PlayStation VR, although no new iteration was commented on at all. This is one of the big things about this interview. A lot of tech specs were announced, but no features, official name, look or controllers were shown off at all. For now, we're just going to assume it is called the PlayStation 5. And it's very different to what Google is doing, which is fine. Having different ways of giving the same service can only be good for consumers and also developers. With this new console not coming out until 2020, there's still a lot to be announced. Possibly this year, possibly next. But until then, all we can do is get excited and speculate. If you enjoyed this video and want to help this channel grow, please like, comment and subscribe for more on all things video games. I'm Jack and this has been Games to You.